That's right. It's going to be at the factory tonight. It is NXT Stand and Deliver. It is going to be an absolute loaded card. And of course, kicking it off, the first match is going to be for the tag team titles, NXT tag team titles, the Vanity Project, Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes versus Bravo Americano, Tyler Bate, and Rayo Americano, Pete Dunne.
Okay, so I want to take the character out for a second. Okay. Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne. I mean, incredible wrestlers.
I like Pete Dunne under a mask. Doesn't he have one of the strangest faces?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I mean, but come on, man. Let's not talk about the man's face. I literally just go, hey, man, these two can wrestle their ass off. And he goes, what about their face?
Put a mask on him.
Well, fine, but like those two can wrestle. Do you think they're getting like kind of buried and hidden with this whole?
Yeah, now we have too many Americanos. It's watered down now.
Yeah, I mean, I listen. I loved it at first, even when it got silly. I still loved it, but now we're at the point where it's like, you know how there's some jokes that go on so long that they get funny again. I don't see this being one of them. Like we're good here. So like these dudes are such good wrestlers. Let them wrestle, man. Let them wrestle. Why are they so respected in tag team wrestling? That duo, is it because they're just such great workers?
They're from Europe and they've known each other for a very long time, and they were the originators of NXT UK back in the day.
So for those that don't watch NXT, I hate using the term minor league, but it's the development system.
So it's like minor league. It's like in baseball, a AAA affiliate.
Okay.
Like so it's one step below the major leagues.
Okay, there you go. Perfect. So what is the difference in types of matches? Like, okay, I've only been to a WWE event. I'm going tonight to NXT. What's the difference that I can expect from matches in an NXT ring versus WWE?
Roster quality of matches. If you're like the work snob, then it's just going to be a little notch below. There are a lot of wrestlers who are trying out experimenting characters, experimenting gimmicks, experimenting things. It's a time for wrestlers to experiment what they need to do before they go to the main roster, make a few little tweaks to their game, and then they end up moving to the main roster.
The one thing I've noticed when I've gone to an NXT event is it's the matches move a little quicker.
Yep.
That's a little faster. Yeah. There's a little less like dramatic buildup. And you do see, now listen, you see a little bit more risk taken because like you said, they're trying things out. So every once in a while, something might happen and it might not go as well as they planned. But the beauty of NXT is you don't really hear the fans and the WWE universe give them hell. It's just kind of we're moving on. Now, every once in a while they do, but I like the fact that you see these wrestlers taking these risks and trying to figure out what their style is in the ring. So it's very exciting to see. And, what other types of matches can we see tonight, Brody?
So Miles Bourne, for those who don't know, he's dating Stephanie Becker, will be defending the NXT North American Championship against Johnny Gargano. So I think Gargano's best in NXT. I have no problem with him being in NXT. Whatever.
My question to you was, would you consider, if they would have to say right now, the best wrestler to come out of NXT or to represent NXT, do you think Gargano's name is in the conversation?
Zero chance of
that. You don't think it is?
No, because you have Rollins. We're talking about Seth Rollins was an NXT champion. Finn Balor was an NXT champion. Charlotte Flair. How about in the women's division? Bayley and Becky Lynch and even Sasha Banks. Johnny Gargano? He's not even in the conversation.
Yeah.
Seriously, Johnny Same Face? Come on.
Well, listen, some people may say like when they think NXT, they think Gargano.
No, you know why? Because he's been there for so long. Because he's not good enough to be on the main roster. There are guys that have been in the minor leagues their whole career. It doesn't mean I'll crown them to be major leaguers.
Now, I didn't say that he wants to be a WWE Hall of Famer, but what if they do some sort of NXT Hall of Fame?
Good, you know what? It put his face up in the training center. No problem with that. Give him a banner. I don't care. Build him a statue in the training center. No one's going to see it.
Are you excited for this match?
Zero. This is your popcorn match on the card.
So what would your thoughts be on a match between Johnny Gargano and John Moxley?
What would my match be on that?
No,
At least Gargano can work better than Moxley.
Oh, God. I thought we were going to go 1 week. I'd set you up. I should have stopped myself. All right, what else is on the card tonight for the show here in St. Louis?
I want to get you guys' thoughts on Tatum Paxley will defend the Women's North American Championship against Blake Monroe. And I think there'll be a title change here.
You do.
And I believe that Blake Monroe, for those who don't know, Mariah May in AEW is the understudy. She's had an interesting and turbulent run in NXT. And hopefully, they're going to try to push her to the moon. But we'll see. I mean, it hasn't had a lot of momentum like people thought, like she was going to be catapulted to the main roster.
I thought that, like, In AEW, I think she stands out. I really do. In NXT and in WWE, she's middle of the pack. And I'm talking from everything put together. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, she's a terrible worker.
She's not even in the main women's title match tonight. That's how far down the card she's become on this show.
But I think there's potential. If she really buys into the WWE way of business and really sinks into it, I think there's a shot there. I don't think it's there yet. But I think, again, in AEW, she stood out. I think it also helped that she was kind of thrown into a program with Tony Storm.
Of course.
So that kind of puts it, you're right there at the top. But I do believe that she's got potential. But I think you're right. I don't necessarily think this is what WWE thought they were going to get. So who do you think wins this? You do think that
Monroe wins this? They're going to have to put a belt on her and they're going to try to elevate her, but she's not even in the main NXT Women's Championship match. We'll talk about that down the line on this show.
So do you think for an NXT wrestler to make it to the main roster, they have to hold the main championship?
Not necessarily, but most times they do.
I was going to say, can you think of somebody recently that came from NXT that never held the major title?
Javon Evans never did.
Oh, okay. There you go. So based on work ethic and how cool you are, you can make your way up there. But the fact that it took you a second to think of that shows that there's not many people that have done it. So without that main title around your waist, it's tough to make your step up into the next level.
It is. Yep. It's a confidence booster for sure.
Yeah. So again, NXT Stand and Deliver at the Factory tonight in Chesterfield here in the St. Louis area. Where can I watch this show if I'm at home?
ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus. Yep. It's considered a pay-per-view. It's not on YouTube or anything.
Plus, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you can check it out if you're at home, or I doubt tickets remain. I think the Factory goes pretty quick when they have those NXT shows. Yeah. Check the Factory's website if you do want to go and check out the show. Super excited that wrestling is here in St. Louis. Again, a rich history of wrestling in the St. Louis area. So it's nice when wrestling comes to St. Louis. What else do we have to look forward to tonight, Brody?
We got 3 more matches that are very important here. Sol Ruca will face Zarya after Zarya turned on her. This is an intriguing match because they were once a tag team, but it seems to be that these two ladies are separating themselves from the pack. So I'm excited to see how this match will go, and this may be a big deal for Sol Ruca. She's being elevated to the WWE main roster soon. Depending
how they want to use either of these ladies in storyline on the main roster, they're both headed there very soon.
Yeah.
This is going to be the match that I'm probably most looking forward to. It's a clash of styles, but we've seen them work together. So now it's going to be very awesome to see them work against each other. I think this is going to be the match that people are going to be talking about tomorrow.
Are they going to crown Zarya? Does Zarya need to win here because they're elevating Ruca?
I believe so. I believe so.
They're going to crown Zarya here.
I think that's what's happening.
Okay.
Because I think out of the two, I think Sol's probably the next up.
Yeah.
But I think Zarya's right behind her.
Yep.
And I think that this is the opportunity to where you can make both of these women look very, very strong, look very, very good, and still elevate somebody while not burying the person that takes the L. And I think it works out really well. So again, I'm very excited for that match this evening.
Of course, for the NXT Women's Championship, is JC Jane will defend against Kendall Gray and Lola Vice.
Okay.
So Lola Vice, for those AAA, she has been there a lot. It's not the most star-studded match possible, but Kendall Gray's had a fast rise in NXT, and JC Jane has held that belt for a while. So I'm interested in seeing if there's a title change that's going to occur, and JC Jane's going to be elevated to the main roster, or will she keep the belt? I think she keeps the belt for now. I don't think she's pushed up to the main roster until after WrestleMania. So maybe, a little while longer. I don't see a title change in the women's division happening tonight.
Does it bother you that it's a triple threat match?
Nope.
You're okay with it here?
No, in this instance, it's okay because if there's not going to be title change, it doesn't matter, and there's an out there for Lola Vice or Kendall Gray, so I have no problem with it.
What is, in your personal opinion, I got 2 questions for you.
Okay.
What do you think the best triple threat match in WWE history is, and what's your favorite?
Oh, my God. Well, the best one is Randy Orton, Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio, WrestleMania 22 in Chicago, and it's probably my favorite.
When I thought that question, I wrote it down. Okay.
Yeah.
And in my head, that's the very first match that came to my head. And I honestly would say that's probably also my favorite because I think it was If you are a indie wrestler and you are happening to tune into this podcast right now and you want to learn how to master the triple threat, watch that match and watch it 3 times. Watch it once watching Orton, watch it once watching Angle, watch it once watching Mysterio, and just watch the pacing. I think that's what made it the best.
The idea is that you need a definitive heel, a definitive babyface, and a tweener that is on the verge of turning. That's where the storytelling comes in with a triple threat. That's why they were invented. So
yeah, and it worked really well there. So again, tonight you're not opposed to this being a triple threat.
No, I'm no problem with it at all.
The triple threats that are thrown together, and you're like, why the hell is this person in here?
We'll get to that in a second with this fatal 4-way.
All right, let's bring it, man. Bring it.
Oh my gosh, here we go for the NXT Championship. Joe Hendry will defend against Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, and Tony D'Angelo. Don't need Tony D'Angelo in this match. I don't really like him at all. He's been in NXT for a while. They keep trying to. It's like Baron Corbin trying to put a hat on a hat, just different gimmicks, and we just can't figure it out with you. So you've just been there for a while. I don't think he's going to be a main roster contributor. However, these other 3 guys absolutely may be Joe Hendry, Ethan Page, and Ricky Saints. I could see Ricky Saints winning the championship here. That's my bold prediction. I think Ricky Saints will win the belt. They are going to try to propel Ricky Saints to the main roster very soon, and I'm excited to see this. But Joe Hendry now is the NXT champion, and obviously he's wrestled at WrestleMania against Randy Orton, so he appears. He's Joe Hendry. He's very over, and I think he can be on the main roster very soon.
I thought they were already going to put him on the main roster.
I did say that on a show, but I realize now that the main roster is so crowded that I don't have any problem with Joe Hendry in NXT. It gives him, more reps in the ring, so I have no problem with it at all. And I think Royce Keys is probably going to go down to NXT very soon as well.
I was going to kind of say, what happened there? Like that was such a big deal.
Last night is in a dark match.
That was such a big deal, and now it's like not at all.
Well, he went to NXT. I think he may appear on the NXT show. That's another thing. Expect Royce Keys to be on Stand and Deliver tonight.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, he's going to be there.
That would be cool. You heard it here first. Brody the Brain Herman's prediction for NXT Stand and Deliver tonight at the Factory. Royce Keys, baby.